Your backpack. Good morning, everybody. Hello, my name is Joshua Bleasy. I am the unknown prophet. Let me fix that here real quick. Hello, everybody. I am the unknown prophet. My name is Joshua Bleasy. I gotta fix my camera here real quick, guys. Give me a second. Okay. Anyway, you're not supposed to see that much of the screen here. There, I think I got it fixed. Anyway, hello guys, my name is Joshua Bleasy. I am the unknown prophet. I do daily tarot readings between 9 a.m. and 12 p.m. Central Standard Time every day except the weekends, guys, so I'm not here on the weekends. And to forewarn you, I am thinking about taking a vacation. Now, I'm going to make this announcement a couple of times today because the first week of April, I am thinking about taking just that week off, not only to recoup some of my spoons that I'm missing here right now, but also to get some of my deck done. And I need time to do that. And I don't have enough energy after I'm doing stream to sit here and do, hey, this is what my card means. This is what my card means. So if I can spend 3 hours a day for a week doing that instead of what I'm doing here, but I do use my custom-made, homemade deck, the 5 Paths Tarot, to divine the best possible path for you. Yes, I am trying to get this published right now. All of the donations and bits that you guys give me go towards that deck. So if you guys do want to donate to me, these are 100% free readings. I don't ever expect you guys to do anything for me. Oh, excuse me. I got the burpees today. Okay. I got to take this bullshit off. Oh. So anyway, you might hear one of my friends in the background, maybe, but I don't have the audio, desktop audio up. So, I'm learning how to use my new system and learning how to use my new setup. It's been an interesting couple of months, honestly. First we were at a point where we weren't getting a whole lot of the money that we needed to get in. We were worried that we weren't going to be able to pay funds. My wife was stuck in a hospital. I didn't even have $10 to my name. Next day, I checked my bank account. Big ass money chunk of change in my bank account. Yeah, we went and got our plumbing fixed, which cost the majority of the money. About $5,000 of it went towards the plumbing alone. Then we bought a stove, which was about $1,000. Then I did give away about, I'd say $7,000 to friends and people who I love. And then the rest was to get some of the stuff that I wanted and my wife wanted as, yummy goody things we want. Like this new system that I got was I could have either gotten a PlayStation 5 or I could have gotten this. I thought, let's get the new setup. That way, and I spent about $3,000 on this setup, guys. So, and still, my system isn't the fastest, isn't the best, and I still have to find some ways of increasing the airflow around here. And make sure that I can actually... Oops, I'll get it in a second here. Get some things done, you know what I'm saying? So if you see me fuzzing around a lot, that's why. Hey, look, it's 9:08, my birthday. Anyway, welcome on into all of you beautiful people out there. So anyway, we do custom-made, homemade deck tarot readings every day. I use my custom deck to help divine the best possible path for you guys. And I didn't get a message out there today. And I didn't get one of my standard, you need to hear this today messages. I was running a lot late. I did a really deep dive meditation. I didn't realize it took that long. And I got in here and I was realizing I had 5 minutes to get my ass going. So I didn't have time to put out any announcements or anything like that today. So I'm kind of doing that in the background right now. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just waiting for Discord to open up and stuff like that. Sure. Audio. Gift inventory. Whatever. Okay. Got that fixed. Okay, I don't care what's in the shop. Since nobody's here, I gotta put out a live announcement. Hey guys, let's think of something we really need to say. Oh, I know. This is how I normally get my inspiration. Let's see what card I draw today. Contemplate. That's actually a pretty good card. So today I've drawn my own card, Contemplate, and we're going to post a little bit of a message here to everybody out on Discord. So we're getting out some of the notifications right here, guys. Today is the day to consider all the choices you have in front of you. Grab that dream and run with it. You never know where it will take you. You don't fail if you try. You only learn if you try. Today, let it be your best day ever. Okay, so copy this one here. Paste it out there for everyone here. Now I'm live. We're getting some announcements out of the way. All right. La 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 la. Posting. Yeah, the fun. Posty. Doing my self-promotion posting here. If you guys got friends and you have a self-promotion section in your Discord, not only can you help other friends find you, but you can find some interesting, fun people. How about that? Maybe that's a good thing. Maybe it's a bad thing. We'll find out, right? Okay, that's all for Discord. So now we've done the Discord thingy. Now, I see no one's here. So, basically, I'm playing on my computer in the background. La la la. Okay, let's see here. I need to do it to this one here. I need to do this one. I need to go to my channel. Go to my community. Hey, listen to my ass. Okay, let's see here. So anyway, while I'm getting out the posting for people today, getting my Patreon all posted out there, and yes, you guys can join my Patreon. I made it as cheap as I could possibly make it. The $5 is the cheapest I can make it, so. Alright, there we go. No, I'm not looking for leads. I'm not even hiring. I don't hire people. I am my own business, personal. Okay, let's see here. What do we got? We got the old Diamond app too. Notifications on that one, huh? Twitter. Twitter knows I'm live because I'm on Twitter right now. You can actually see me posting right here. Hi, Twitter. Instagrammy. Get the old postie of the cardy here. Drag and drop for the computer. Since I know which one it is, it's now a spring card, and it is number 8. Spring. We have number 8. Alright, we got that out to the old Instagrammy. Let's see here. I got one more thing to post to, and then I'm going to try something new today. Okay, let's see. I got to see about one thing here. Okay. I need to pop out chat. Okay, I go and see how I can do this now. Hey, good morning, Alyssa. How are you doing today? I was trying to figure something out here real quick, but welcome in, my lady. How are you doing? Hopefully you're having a great day. Let me put this away and pay attention to you now. Like I said, I didn't have anyone here, so, I was just kind of messing with shit in the background, trying to fix up the stream a little bit. I am streaming through a couple different services, and I was trying to see if I could get their chat box to open so I could see them as well. But it's not letting me open up a new chat box from Restream, so I don't know what I'm supposed to do there, but I can't even join the fucking... Like, if I wanted to join it, incoming tab monitor. Okay, let's see. Maybe this works. Stream sessions. Overview. Wait. Home. So how are you doing, young lady? Hey, bestie, how you doing, sweetie? It was just like I said, I was checking something else. I'll have to do it later because it's like I said, it's one of those things where I had nobody here, so I was going doodly 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 on my computer for a while. And I didn't have my Marvels guy to play with right now because he hasn't on yet. I am out of tobacco. I am out of a bunch of things. It's getting to the end of the month. So, things are tight again. Oh, well, I hope you had a wonderful Easter holiday there. I really do. Just doing good myself. I don't celebrate Easter myself. I celebrate Ostara, which is an Easter-like holiday, basically. I'm not going to get into the semantics of who invented first. Okay, that's up to the history books to decide, not me. I'm doing okay. Like I said, I've had my ups, I've had my downs. I've tried to, try to help people, and I've done a lot of good stuff with the money that I did get from the government. But I'm out of the money now, so I have to. I don't have enough money to print my deck anymore. I have a couple things that I have to work on. Now I'm back on a tighter budget again, where for about 3 months I wasn't. So it was kind of like I understand how Mills millionaires can go poor so fast. You know what I'm saying? On my weekend, it was very restful. This last weekend was very, very weak. Was very, very restful. I had a nice recouping. I took an extra day off to respoon. You know what I'm saying? Oh, and I want you guys to know something too, that April 1st through April 5th, I may not be streaming that week. That's not an April Fool's joke, okay? In case you're wondering, is this an April Fool's Day joke? No, I need to take a week off to work on my deck. I can't come here, do readings, and then go try to get my deck print, all the words on my thing printed out. I'm wasting way too many spoons and doing way too many things, so I'm thinking about taking a week off to get that shit done, okay? So, it's not like I won't be online, but I just won't be streaming, you know what I'm saying? Because I want to get that done. I want to get it to the point where I can go, hey, printer, now that I have the whole thingy. So we're working on getting the funds up for that again. And, I see I have a reader in the chat who would like a reading. So, Bestie, how are you doing today? I already cleansed these off, but since I did show a card, I'm going to cleanse them off one more time here. Because I did pick a card of the day. It was Contemplate today. I'm an occultist at heart, and I know how it is. I'm freed from the school run for 2 weeks, basically. Much love. Yeah, you know how it goes, right? So, it's, you know what? I don't try to get into the semantics of who invented what first. Goddamn cat. Lucy. My cat keeps trying to open the door and come and be here because he wants to come in and out, in and out, in and out. You know how cats are, right? And Bestie, throw me your numbers and throw me a question if you got it one today. I'm going to load up on the only tobacco I have in my entire house right now, which is about 3 puffs worth. I see you got your numbers then. Anything from the Divine Mother? I could use some support today. Okay, let's see what the Divine Mom has to tell you today, okay? Your Bestie, we need a boost. Here are your 8 official shuffles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And thank you very much for the biddies, Alyssa. I really, truly appreciate that. Number 4, right? 4. Was I on 4, Tansy? I lost my train of thought. Where was I at? I can't remember what number I left off on. See, this is what my brain... Oh, thank you. I thought it was 4, but I wasn't sure. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Oh, we got a God card for you. 2 of them. We got 2 God cards for you today. Thank you. Thank you for your help, guys. Sometimes the memory stops working at the weirdest of moments. It's like I was just doing it 5 seconds ago, and then I forget exactly what I was doing. That short-term memory of mine's getting a lot worse, guys. I'm not going to lie to you. But here we go. I don't go by what a book says. I go by what intuition says. So I'm still okay either way. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, and you wanted what? 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, and the 52nd card is now on top there, Tansy. So let's find out what the Divine Mother wants to tell you today to hopefully help you in your situation. Oh, Tansy, don't be so conflicted. Don't be so worried about the what is not right now. Let's start to refocus ourselves, my very beautiful baby streamer. And I love you with all my heart. Hi, Zeal. Nice to see you, by the way. Okay, I'm going to get into doing my reading now. So, please continue to annoy me with words of encouragement. I will ignore the hell out of you. Anyway, so, Tansy, what the Divine Mother is trying to get through to you is that this is the time that they're trying to challenge you. In order for you to meet a certain expectation you have set for yourself, they need you to stop trying to try too hard, because you're trying way too hard to accomplish what you're trying to accomplish. You're taking the long marathon route rather than the get in my car and drive the rest of the way route. Okay, the race has been over for a while. We have to catch up. We just want to finish the race. That's a part of everything that we've done. Now, we've gotten almost to the last 5 miles, so we think we can make that last 5 miles, but our body is broken. We hurt. We are in pain. We can't do this anymore. We've been carrying around all this baggage with us as well. So now it's time to really reconsider what we're doing to ourselves and how we're doing it to ourselves. So maybe it's time to let go of some of that junk you know you don't need to be bringing with you and put it into the trash compactor on the side of the road, and then bring only the essentials of what will help your journey going forward. Hey, maybe you want a partner to come along for the ride. They can help you in this journey, but you have to be the one who drives the car. You're the one who has to obey speed limits, obey this, look for the great road signs that are coming in your future, looking for everything that's coming, and allowing that intuitional mind to really open up. Once you've connected completely, you don't get to tell me what to do with my deck. But the thing about it is that the drive that they are seeking in you is one of putting less burden on yourself, more than more burden on yourself, being less concerned with the words that are printed on a page and more concerned with what my emotions and feelings are telling me, what I feel like my intuition is speaking through me. And you know that you've been trying to say, maybe it's time to stop walking the long, hard walk. Maybe it is time to get into that car and drive the rest of the 5 miles. You didn't win the race, but you still will complete the journey. You know what I'm saying? And even though you didn't win anything or get anything out of it other than the accomplishment that you made it up to the last 5 miles and your body couldn't do it anymore, that's still a win, because you still traveled X amount of miles to get where you were. Okay? You are like a bud on a tree there today there. So you want words of encouragement, right? Well, God damn it, Tansy, you have to start considering all of the potential you actually have in the palm of your hands. You are being given choice. You are being given change. You are being given moments to decide. All this turmoil and stuff that you keep thinking happening to you, it's not happening to you. It's happening for you. The rain that's coming down on you, allowing you to wake up some of these unknown emotions that we haven't let out yet. Well, that's why we're going through some of those emotional strains right now. Hey, guess what? We also need to clear out some of those thoughts that we've been having of what we are not capable of and replace them with new, different thoughts. That means we've got to blow away the old ones and replace them with the new ones. And now we've got to take in that sun, that positive beam of light, that hot ray of positivity we need to have every single day. That sun has to be lit in our soul. It can't be just the sun in the sky. We have to carry that light within us always. And you have to realize that that potential that you are holding inside has that spark to do whatever she so deems worthy in this universe. And then, the last but not least, you are grounded. It's time to take stock and maybe take this moment to center and ground yourself. Take 3 deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. In through the nose, out through the mouth. In through the nose, out through the mouth. And do this until you feel your body return to a place of peace. And then ask yourself that question. What does the goddess trying to tell me today? What is the goddess's message for me? What does the Divine Mother want you to know to help support you? Well, if you get in the car and stop trying to take the long, hard way, that's what we're saying to you. Do that. Remember, you have way more potential than you're giving yourself credit for. Sometimes you just got to allow nature to do its work and allow the things that are supposed to happen to you. And when you experience those things, those develop you into what you will become in the future. The only thing left for you to do is that you have yet to get out of the way of those issues that you claim are the things that you need to carry around with you. I know we have anxiety. We've had anxiety most of our life. But what is the root cause of that anxiety? That's the fear of something bad happening. Well, guess what? Bad things are always going to happen. So why worry about the things that haven't even happened yet? Stop the worry train. Maybe that will help. Maybe if you stopped worrying about or anxiety and fear about the things that seem to scare you the most right now, and that means deciding what I can't carry with me anymore. Maybe it's the anxiety of getting up to the expectations of what people want me to become. Maybe it's the expectations of my parents. Maybe it's other people trying to tell me how to live my life. But if you don't remove some of those burdens off of your shoulders that aren't really helping you, okay, those people who aren't being positive in your life, they can go off of the shoulders and roll down the hill. Those things that you aren't doing correctly or can't do yet, let them roll off of your shoulders until you are able to do them. Don't worry about doing them. Get out of your own way a little bit, and that's what will help your future by getting past some of those things that cause you to stop getting up the rest of the hill. Because you're like right here before you start seeing your head pop out here. Okay, you're right before the last line. If you can make it past this line here, then the rest of the hill is a breeze, okay? And that's all designed to do one thing there, Tansy, and I think you kind of knew this was coming. But it's about you setting a new foundation. You're still deciding what goes in that foundation. You're discovering what ingredients will make up the Tansy of the future. What will make up the most brilliant, beautiful, best Tansy in the world. The top #1 streamer, the #1 tarot reader out there. The people who come to visit them say, you know what? I get about 6 people in my chat, maybe a day. Okay, I went to someone who is a baby streamer, and she's got like 12 or 18 people in her chat, but she also does it a lot longer than me, and she does it a different way than me. So you know what? I'm not everyone's cup of tea. You know what I'm saying? But you are setting this foundation down, and you have to decide what goes into it. Is what your journey that has taken you up to this point, do you need to put that into the old foundation, or do you need to start to say, I need to see that rest stop sign and go to the other thing there? Or do I need to realize that when I get to that rest stop, I have to allow time to happen for these things that are awakening within me, these experiences that I need to go through in order to become the kind of person I said I wanted to be? Then I have to get out of my own way to get rid of all of these things that keep blocking me from my own happiness, and they're easy for me to get rid of if I really think about it. But I can't set a clear foundation down until I've done these things. That's what they're saying to you today. And then we've got your God cards too. And I kind of think this is more of a message from the gods. That was a kind of like a advice of where you can kind of go from here kind of a deal. This is like an answer. So I know you probably want to see these anyway. I'm just going to flip them. And I kind of feel like this is on point for you, okay, Tansy? Because I think that's these two cards really represent what the gods want from you right now. Are you still here, Tans? I don't know what this zeal of death person is doing here. Now that's just evil? Okay, good. I was just like, for a second there, I didn't see you or for a bit, and I was just kind of like, something happened there. A big gulpy moment or something. But you know that you are working on the embracing of your own image. You know that you're working on developing what that means. Learning how to love yourself means learning how to love even the ickiest parts of yourself. And the embrace card usually shows up when we have to understand that everything that we have become up to this point, we have to love, because the only way to move forward is to love ourselves completely and cherish ourselves completely. That way, when the universe comes to us and gives us the best thing we could ever want in our life, we can actually appreciate that thing. We can actually live that thing, breathe that thing, do that thing, you know. I may have gotten through all of that money, but I did important, fun things with that money. I helped a lot of people out. Now, am I expecting that in return? No, I'm not expecting a single dollar back from any one of those people. What I'm expecting from the universe, that something down the line good will happen to me. You know, that's my only gift that I will get from this stuff. But as the universe has been trying to teach you, Tansy, that you need to re-embrace those parts of yourself that you're still not very comfortable with. That means being comfortable with the dark part of who you are and cherishing that like it is your lover, like it's your best soulmate. The other half of you is your soulmate. And you have to marry that person to learn how to cherish one another. And I know that seems like a foreign concept to a lot of people, but think about what we're asking you to do, Tansy. I think you get what I'm trying to say there. So, Tans, that is your reading for today. I'm going to do a cleansing shuffle here. And I'm going to clear these cards off for somebody new. I'm glad that it helped today. And one other thing, Tansy, that I'm getting from you, they don't want you to give up. They don't want you to stop doing what you're doing. They just want to see you improve a little bit every day. It doesn't matter if it's a tiny step or a big step. Improvement is improvement. So every day you do something for yourself and do things for those community members that come into your chat. Remember, every reading you give somebody is designed to also help you. So remind yourself of that every once in a while, too. So, Rosalind, get your butt in here. It's your turn. Give me your numbers and or question, blah, blah, blah. Let me cleanse these cards off the rest of the way. Those are good. See if I can get another puff out of this tobacco. Okay, here are your 7 shuffles. General reading. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. God cards. 6, 7. You have 2 God cards today there, Roz. 1, 2, and the 3rd card is now on top. General reading for you. Oofty. So, Rosalind, as I'm beginning to get your download, or what I like to call the messages from the beyond, I call them a download, okay? Because it feels like they're downloading into my brain sometimes. It's like, I don't know if anybody has watched the series 3 Bodies Problems yet on Netflix, but it kind of feels like something's beaming into my head, and I see all of this stuff in my head, right? Well, Ross, you know how much potential you have. You've realized it for a while. You are doing your best to develop yourself in the most natural way possible. You're not really trying to rush it here. You're not really trying to make things happen. You're giving it the time and patience it needs to open up, and good for you that you're allowing that to finally happen. But you are using the old stuff that came before, you're using it to your advantage. You're using it as fertilizer to feed that tree, to make those trees buds grow. So it's not like you didn't go through all of that bullshit for nothing. It turned into something that you used to plant yourself a new seed, right? And the only thing that you had left to do was develop that seed into that beautiful inner oak tree, right? But we had to get that bud started first. So we've realized our potential, And now we're moving on to the next stage. What do I do with my new potential that I have realized? Well, you get to do one very important thing. It is time for you to really realize within yourself what things keep causing the unhappies. What are the things that keep actually causing you to be miserable? Can we define these in a more detailed way? If we can find out the detailed reason why I'm afraid of heights. Okay, I'm using this as an example. When I was a little boy, I was almost pushed downstairs by my baby brother. In turn, I pushed him down the stairs instead. Okay, we were young, we were playing, we were having fun, and I remember almost falling down the steps, right? But I caught myself. Ever since that, I've been scared of really large distances going down. So I know the cause of it, right? I've been working slowly and steadily, getting up to a point where I can get up a certain amount of ladder rings before I want to go down and be panicky again, right? So I'm up to 5 rings now where I can almost get to the top of my roof now. I can't get on the roof yet, but you understand. We need to take out some of these old preconceived notions. The only reason I'm truly scared of heights is because of an experience I had when I was little. If I could overcome that fear, maybe my life could be better. And that's what we're doing now. We're learning to take out the icky and replace it with the, what are we doing to replace it kind of stuff. So it may seem like you're going through a lot of loss right now and you feel like you're losing a lot. That's because you are. You're losing that old self. You're losing that old life. You're losing that old experience. You're losing all of that crap. Needs to be mourned appropriately. But like you did before, you're using it as fertilizer to feed that tree. So not only are you moving it out of the house, you've deconstructed it in such a way that you plant it around the tree so it can be even more beneficial to you somewhere in the future, right? So where do we take that? Now that I know what my potential is, now I know what I'm supposed to do with that potential. What is the rest of the story here? Because you're being so concerned with what you get at the end of the rainbow, huh? Well, maybe we need to start to make an easy plan for us to follow and steps that we know we can adjust and change to. Like I'm telling you in nature, right? First, we plant the seed. The seed has to germinate in that dirt for maybe a month or two before it finally pops out of the ground. Then it's got to grow at least a week before it puts any kind of buds on its tree. Then it takes another maybe a week and a half for it to put those leaves out, depending on weather and depending on how much sun you get, right? But when it finally becomes a tree, is its journey truly over? Or does it now have to live a lifetime being that tree for as long as it stands? Now that tree could stand 1,000 different generations, and before we would ever know it, it would stand and last the test of time longer than we would. And you're concerned with what is at the end of this rainbow, right? Well, start thinking about what steps you need to take to get there, and then maybe you need to stay away from the what I'm going to get out of this rather than what I'm going to get when I'm doing this, right? Instead of seeing the prize at the end of the rainbow, it's going to be about the journey that you are taking on the rainbow to get to the other side where the gold is at. Yeah, you get the gold. It's all nice and pretty, but it won't satisfy you as much as you going through all of these steps to get there. And that's kind of what's kind of coming for you right now, is that kind of change, is you understanding that this is a part of the journey. This is only one step towards getting you where you need to be in your life. And then we got God cards for you, Roz. Let's see if I can fix this. There, that looks a little bit better. Yeah, my mat looks dirty. I tried cleaning it. So, Roz, do you want to see your God cards? So what are your higher powers trying to tell you? They're trying to tell you that maybe this is the time to wait a little bit and contemplate and take all of those beautiful choices that you have laying in front of you. Maybe this is the time you actually take the actual time you need to discern between, is this an emotional response or is this a logical response? How do I combine both my logical and emotional responses together to make my choice, right? Sometimes we need that time to sort things out. So I think that maybe right now is the time to sort things out, but there will come a time where they will kick you out of that comfortable, safe spot that you're used to, and they will start to make you move in a general direction either way. They're going to tell you at some point of your journey, if you're not there already, that it's time to get up off of the mystical butt and maybe start to choose a path that actually will work for you. You've been down the path. I don't think that's what you need right now. The hard path, we've done that long enough. That ain't working for us anymore. The easy path may be a choice we want to consider because maybe that is the answer to what we need. Making small, obtainable goals, celebrating those goals, taking a break, and then setting a new major goal. And then as I get to step number 5, when I step on 5, I get what I want, right? I've got to bring all of these things, all of these parts of who I am together, right? So you're cherry picking the best parts of yourself, and you're bringing them all together within yourself, Roz. And as you start to focus that brilliant, beautiful soul that you are creating in this waiting spot, waiting for that sign, it's time to get up off of your butt and take a journey going forward. And maybe you pick a path that's decidedly your own, and you take an unseen path that no one can consider but you. You have to also carry that light with you on that journey and let that light spread through the rest of your life, because we're going to bring all of the good things. We're going to bring all of Rosalind Quinn's beautiful properties together. That's going to be what we use to spark that flame. That flame is going to spread that love to everywhere else in our lives. So that's what they're saying. Take this time to wait and integrate all of the things you need to integrate within yourself. Then when you're ready, spark that flame and let it flood your life. So I don't know if that answers a question you've been having recently, but there you go. I'm going to do a nice cleansing shuffle for crypto. And I see Zeal's in the chat. You're next in line. Thank you. I appreciate that. You know, I do try to make these readings that you... Oh, fuck. There we go. I had to fix my sign. I'm glad that these readings do help you. You know, I don't know until you guys tell me how these affect you. I could be telling you a bunch of bullshit here, and I would never know. So it's up to you guys to tell me how I'm doing and if I'm doing a good job or not, or whatever the case may be. I don't generally worry about whether I'm doing a good job or not. I just want to give you the best kind of reading I can. Like I said, like I like to say, if I do nothing else but give you something to think about today, well, then I've done my job. So my job isn't to tell fortunes or futures. My job is to tell you something you really need to hear today so you can make a future that's all your own. Throw me your numbers, crypto. You're in line for your reading. And let's get you on the whole road to doing your reading here. So throw me your numbers. Yeah, well, I'm glad they are spot on. But, you know, like I said, I don't know until I've given the reading, until Rosalind tells me how I've done. I don't know if I've done a spot on job or not. You know, so that's why I've changed it to being an entertainment purposes only kind of a stream, because honestly, I want you to follow my advice, but I want you to do some concern for your own safety and take it back with your own life and make decisions that are right for you. I hope that's what you are doing, you know. Well, I summoned you because I was telling you that you were next in line after Crypto. Crypto, this is your first official call for Crypto Girl. You now have 1 minute. That's for your first call. And if she doesn't answer, Zeal, you'll be next in line. So you might have had some technical issues. Yeah. Well, that's fine. Go answer the boss. I don't want you to get in trouble at work for the shit. Hi, boss. I hope I'm not interrupting her day, but maybe you come here and get a reading from me and find out it was worth the time she spent here. Just in case they're watching her. I promise. So, anyway, yeah. Anyways, 10 and 4. And just a general reading for you today there, Crypto? Or did you have a question? I'm feeling general. Yeah, okay. So, okay, now I got a question now. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. God card. Got 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I understand what the question is, okay? And now we're going to try to see if we have that answer. 1, 2, 3, and the last final card. We want to know if we're going to get what we're seeking with these people, right? Oofty. So, Crypto. Yeah, I've got a short list right now, but that doesn't mean it will stay that way. Who watches? So get your butt in there if you want one. All right, there you go. Anyway, basically what the universe is telling me to tell you about this whole thing there, Crypto, is that they're processing the package. Can check the job offer I will accept last month. They're processing my HR packet. They're getting closer to calling me with a start date. I think they are. They're trying to make sure that they've got all their ducks in a row before they go into full tilt kitty mode. You're not aware that they're waiting for other people as well to catch up to you. You're ready. Maybe there are other people who they have hired for the team aren't as ready as you are quite yet. They need a little bit more polish before they can just jump in. Whereas you're the kind of person who could probably just jump in and start doing the job without getting any really intense training done. Because I don't think you're going to have to go through any kind of really long-winded kind of training for this place, okay? I believe that they're going to start to call you soon because you got the glow card. And that means you're going to feel bright and beautiful inside soon. So that kind of indicates that something from your past is coming back to you in your future that is telling you you're going to feel this glowing, brilliant, beautiful person that you are kind of soul. Kind of like I walk in sunshine. I walk in the happy. I walk in the joy. Every moment I am living, I am breathing, I am being a part of life. I have become my truest form, right? I don't think you're waiting for other people, and I think that's why they're holding off on the start date, because they have to make sure the other people have their ducks in a row, not as where you have your ducks in a row. So that's why they're being a little bit slow on the whole calling you back thingy, but you also have a home card, all right? And that means fulfilling what you are. It's like this. When I tell you, when you go home from a long day's hard work, and you finally have this breath in you to just let it all go. We all have that feeling when we just get home from work. We take off all of our clothes. We unsnap the important bits that keep our genitals in place. And we all get onto our comfy ass bed for at least half an hour, or maybe not. But we all get as comfortable as possible. And then we start to do the job of what we have to do at home, right? And as we start to feel this feeling inside of ourselves, it's a place where we feel like we can rest, where we can do the inner work we need to do, where we can do all of that stuff. But we aren't just at a place where we're rebuilding a home, we are home. So I believe that means that they will be calling you relatively soon. I would say by the end of this, not the end of this week, by the end of next week, you should receive some sort of communication with them. I wouldn't hold back, though, from communicating with them and just keep the lines of communication flowing, going, hey, I just want to know if you have a start date for me yet. I'm really getting impatient. I need to start paying my bills, too. Are we waiting for someone? Get an update from them. Don't be afraid to ask for that, because you're an employee now. You want to make sure you do the best job for them. So when am I going to be starting for you, right? But their future is saying you need to get back around those people who are being more positive, too. And I think that this job is going to help you be more positive in your life as well as your working life. I think it's also going to transition into your spiritual life. I think it's going to transition into your mental health life. And you getting around more positive people with more positive outlook on what they're actually doing is exactly the kind of place you need to be. So if I'm looking at these cards all right up to this point, it's sooner rather than later kind of an answer. They're like I said, I guess by next week you'll hear some form of communication. I think it will be later in the week, not so much sooner in the week. But the only thing you can do now, crypto. I know it sucks for me to say it like this, okay? But there's only one thing you can do now, and that's wander until that answer comes to you. Get in the lazy river and enjoy your time off while you have it off. Let's start to do some of those mundane things we need to finish before they do call us and they say, now you don't have time to do those things. So I think the universe is kind of giving you a break for a reason so you can finish up some of your mundane issues you need to get going on right now. The Wandering Path card always is about you not being concerned with the journey and how long it's going to take to get there. You're like getting in the lazy river and you're floating downstream. You can control how the little donut travels in that little thing up to a point, but once you get to rapids or any kind of a rapids, everything's out of control unless you have paddles, okay? So if you've ever been in a lazy river before, it's that nice calm trip downstream where all you do is float along until you get to the point where it's time to get off the ride. And that's what they're saying, that, hey, be patient here, bask in the I don't have anything to do for a while because good things are coming your way. And when it comes, it's going to be a full tilt kitty all the way thingy. You're not going to have time to do anything of this other stuff you need to get done. That's what I think is going on here. But, like I said, I think if my guys are telling me, I'd say maybe even around this time next week. Around this time next week, they should be answering you. So, that's my answer. Wait. I just had one God card, huh? One God card for you. As well, crypto. And then Zeal, you're next in line. Okay? Do you want to see your God card there, crypto? And crypto, I'm still waiting on your answer for a God card. Yes or no on that? Oh, my pot changed. Oops, sorry about that. Oh, yep. Okay, sorry. My chat decided to get all crazy on me. So your God card is an integrate card, which doesn't surprise me much, honestly. They really need you to start to take better care of what you want to bring into the equation. It's not that you're bringing in bad stuff here. We just need you to bring it all together to be focused on something that we can believe in. So if I take my physical attributes and I focus them in on one ball I can actually juggle in the air. Okay, we have ads. Do you have ads there? Crypto? Crypto, do you have ads? Okay, it looks like I'm back. Please let me know that you're back from the ad. Okay, good. So we got to the integrate card, right? And as I was saying to you, that what your gods are trying to tell you to do right now is, like I said, I'm gonna repeat the whole card for you, okay? So basically, they want you to start to to focus that one physical thing that you can do better for yourself. That's the only ball they want you to worry about right now. All the other physical stuff, let them take care of, okay? What one thing are you going to do better for yourself to make your life better in a physical way? What one thing are you going to do better in a mental way for yourself? What are you going to do to feed that mind, that healthy stuff that you need to start to hear and start to juggle in that air? And that spiritual has to come back. And I don't mean your communication with a higher power or God. I mean believing in myself, that highest power that we all need to believe in, the one that's in here. The one that's up there, he takes care of the rest of it, okay? But whatever we can't handle, we leave behind so they can pick it up and do the work for us sometimes. But we have to concentrate on one thing at a time. If you're wondering what the fourth disc is, well, that's yet to be determined by you because that hasn't been filled yet. So we're going to do the physical, mental, and spiritual balls, and we're going to juggle them. Instead of 20 balls in the air, we're going to have 3 balls in the air. That's what they're saying. Time down all this crap that you think you need to do right now. Concentrate it onto one physical goal, one mental goal, and one spiritual goal you need to do better for yourself. That's what they want from you. And another thing, like I said, on the job thingy, just in case you missed it, okay? I said probably by this time next week you should hear an answer, but I do think you should give them a call and just keep the lines of communication open, because I do think that, yeah, I know. You can play with his balls all he wants. He's probably on one of those marble streamers right there. His turn is next. So Zeal, stop playing with other people's balls and get your ass in here. Yeah. Thank you if you will let me know. Like I said, I don't think you're too off track here, there, Crypto. I think that you just need to readjust and reallocate where things are being placed. More than anything, it's more of a when I do things rather than a how I do things. So, giving up your time a little bit better might be a little bit helpful better in that whole thing. As far as the job thing is, you've got the job. Just wait for them to call you to tell you when the start day is. You already know you got it. We're just waiting for them to be ready. Well, then wait for them to be ready. Use whatever time you've got now to do any of the other stuff you need to get done. Yeah, well, then maybe you need to say, I can't wait any longer. When's my start day? You know, when am I starting? So if you've been waiting that long and you haven't got a response back yet, yeah, I would definitely call them and find out what the hell is going on. Because that's not what my intuition was telling me. And I don't know why it would take almost a year to do any of that. So a year, you were hired last year and you haven't heard back on a starting date. I'm sorry. I think maybe it's time to move on from this place, because if it's been a full year and they haven't remembered you yet, they probably never will. Can I give my spot to Lady? You sure can. Lady, I'm switching you with Zeal. Zeal, I'm putting you to the back of the line. You've switched spots with Lady. Lady, it is now your turn. Lady, Zeal has graciously given you... I was going to say, if you've been waiting a year, fuck. 2 of 24 isn't too bad. So, I would let me just finish this last thing, Lady, and then I'll get to you, okay? But I would definitely get some form of communication going with them. Make sure you know what things are going on there. You should be way more involved in this right now. You know what I'm saying? Even if you're not technically on the clock for them, you should be checking out there where their business is open. Who's working now? What are they doing? Are they doing their job? Why haven't you been placed in your job yet? You know, it does help to do a little bit of light detective work when things like that happen. Let's just find out where everything is at. Let's get it straight from the horse's mouth. I think that's all you will need to hear. And they'll say, well, we're waiting for this start date. because we have the XYZ to do. We didn't expect it to take this long. That's why we haven't called you back in yet. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah. So, okay, let me finish this cleansing shuffle here, lady, for you. And you want 6 and 22. May the spirits reveal, does my boss value and appreciate you? Okay. So, does your boss appreciate you, and should you be thinking of moving forward in this company, right? Well, it's kind of the same on question, so I'll get that a try. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Almost had a God card, but I got it. All right, we got the 22nd card. No God cards for you today, lady. I got the right numbers, right? Lady. Yep. 1, 2. Did I shuffle 6 times, lady? Fuck. Before I count, did I shuffle 6 times? This is the stuff that I'm really it's getting hard for me. Okay. How many times? I was on 4 or 5? 5. One more. Okay, that wasn't even a shuffle. 5. 6. Oops. That's why. So 5 times so far. So I did it 6. 1 didn't count because it was like all jumbled in my hand. So we got a 1 God card message for you. We've done that 5 times. Now we're good to go. Are we good to go there, lady? 22 cards coming right up. Just making sure. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, and the 22nd card is now on top. And we want to know how. We want you to know. Let me make sure I'm reading this right before I get all. May the spirits reveal, does my boss value and appreciate you, and what should I do moving forward at this job? Okay? Okay, so. Anymore. I needed that. Oof. So, lady. Okay, what's the no? What? Okay, give me a second. Chop passed. Yep. Okay, LOL. So far, we got no other messages. We're good to go. So, lady, about the whole question of what your boss perceives of you, she perceives the same image you perceive in your head. So, the thing that you keep thinking she thinks of you, that's what she thinks of you, because that's what you expect her to think of you. You know what I'm saying? So your own anxieties and your own bullshit is basically transferring onto her, and then you're showing her that image, and she only sees that part of you, and she only knows that part of you, so that's what she expects from you. You need to break away from the image you've shown her up to this date. Okay, sorry. I got the sex wrong. Same difference. Okay? Okay, he doesn't see it. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't see that image. He only sees that image that you're showing him, right? And you're showing him one specific set of parameters. He only has this much understanding of you. And as I like to say, if I only showed you this much of my face when you see my eyes like this, would you judge me differently? Would you look at me differently? All of that stuff. And it's about the image that you are putting out there of I'm a disgruntled employee who doesn't want to be here, who thinks his boss is out to get him, all of this stuff. And all of that, all he's doing is going, why am I hiring an employee who doesn't want to be here? That's all they think of because they see you not having these thoughts and feelings and expressing them, even in your work, how you're doing it sometimes, you know? And the thing that they need you to start to do, and what you should start to do, is now you have a lot of people telling you what to do. Now, your main boss should be someone you listen to, yes. He's not a puppet string. He's trying to tell you how to do and fulfill your job. And I know you've been dedicated to your job. That's not a question. Your work ethic is not in question here. It's an attitude issue. Right? The work has to meet the attitude. Okay, you have to walk in there like you own it, like a boss, like you are going to be the one who takes control of her position, and that you're going to do it the best way that you can do it. You're going to follow your own lead rather than what people are telling you to do. Now, of course, you have a boss you have to answer to, so we don't get the full control we needed, but we get enough control to where we're saying, okay, all but that one spider web I listened to. Every other spider web that comes along with their little tidbits of information, I don't care about anymore. They are not important to my job and they're not important to my social standings or situations, that I need to move on from that. You need, like I said, breaking the image out of showing them that you're only there to do a day in, day out job, showing them how much you are actually caring about the company, showing how much you have friends in the company, showing that you want to be there. And that's going to show him on side of and on top of the work ethic will be what they need to want to really move you forward, as you like to say. But you're going to have to do you're going to take better control of your own journey here and cut off the spider webs that aren't being helpful to you and fan the fire that serves you the best. Go at your own pace, fast or slow, whatever you need to do, but just make sure you're going in one direction or the other so you have a clear idea of what you want in the future. It's time to bring these two worlds together. Okay? We have to bring a little bit of ourselves from home into work. We have to bring a little bit of ourselves from work to home. And I know you're dedicated, but how dedicated are we to our own lives? How dedicated are we to doing things for ourselves as well as doing it for this other person? Do we treat ourselves in equal measure to the job that we have? We understand that there are a lot of facets within ourselves, right? There's not just a good Josh or a bad Josh. There's a billion different combinations of what that could possibly mean in my head, right? Before I became the unknown prophet and knew how to deal with those emotions, I had a very dualistic personality. I believed only good could exist or only bad could exist, right? And those got confused. So once in a while, my brain would switch between being the good boy to being the bad boy. That was a defense mechanism that got me to a place of safety, but it also kind of destroyed everything I needed to do with my life in a way, because I was trying to find balance, but I wasn't finding the balance that I needed. I thought these two halves of myself don't work together. They can never work together. My problem is I had to drop that expectation that they couldn't work together. Of course they can work together. When you put white and black together, what do you get? You get gray. Right? And I'm just saying that you have to find a balance between the good and the bad the best way you can. Find the symphony within the song that you can vibe to, that you can bring it. Every song, there's a song out there that everybody loves, and there's a song out there that everybody hates. But if you can learn to love what you hate the most, you will never ever be unhappy ever again. So maybe you need to bring two different worlds together. It may not be your home life and your work life together, but it may be maybe two parts of who you are as a worker. Maybe that part of your brain that's a little bit more open and friendly has to step in with the work ethic person who's a little bit more dedicated and does what she's expecting to do. We're bringing these two worlds together so we can walk what I call a gray in between. So as you are starting to do that, it's all important for you to do one thing. It's time to listen to your guides, your inner heart. So you were asking about whether or not Oops, excuse me. Does your boss appreciate you? Well, he sees you doing the job you're supposed to be doing. He sees you trying to exert some control over the situation. He sees you trying to find balance. So this is, yes, they see that you are a valuable person to their journey because they see you doing work. They only want to see you improving every day. All bosses everywhere want to see you doing a better job every day. So that means that their business goes easier and smoother. They want to get home as early as you get home sometimes, you know. But listening to that inner voice inside of yourself sometimes when you know what the truth really is, and I bet if you ask yourself right now, what do they think of me? What is my honest opinion of myself at this moment? When I ask that question, do they appreciate you? Yeah, they appreciate you. How should you do moving forward? You need to start to trust those instincts that you have within your heart. You know, so you have to start to wield the magic that the universe is sending you. Maybe strife, maybe it's anxiety, maybe it's fear, maybe it's whatever they need to send to you to make you move into the direction you need to move. When they give you this power, it's how you wield that power. If I live in fear and I walk in fear, I will only have fear. If I work in courage and trying to find my strength, I will always try to find strength and courage. If I can do a little bit of both, well, maybe I can protect myself as well as empty myself at the same time. I think you get what I'm trying to say here, lady. Nope, more coffee. Anybody need coffee out there? Get your coffee cup ready. Oh, there you go. There's your coffee. Coffee of the gods. Yay. Alright. So, lady, you do have a one God card message too. And I kind of feel like you want to see it already, but I'm just kind of checking in there. If you do want to see it or not. Yeah, exactly. I kind of like what Zeal said. Do it for yourself, not for them. Yeah, I know, but I like to ask you because I think that what the whole thing is about this whole situation that's going on, out of the job part of it. Okay, this is more of your own personal journey kind of things, right? Yeah, I know you're laughing. I know you're laughing because you just saw what the card was. But honestly, tell yourself, is it about how I'm shining that positivity down onto the great, powerful thing? Because at the bottom of this hill is your city. It's in a very remote spot. It's in the middle of two hills. It only gets sun for 6 hours a day. That's how much it ever sees the sun. You know how we see the sun? About 12 hours a day in different stages? Well, it takes about half of that time off because you have to concentrate that sun in a tiny little spot for 6 hours a day and glaze like a brilliant, beautiful person that you are and start to shine down what you want to see happen in your world. So don't tell me you haven't just gotten your answer about what you need to do to move forward. You need to start to glaze like the brilliant, beautiful sun. You know what happens when you do that? You become so bright, they won't be able to stand how bright you are, and they will quit and they will leave because they won't be able to stand the brightness of you. Okay? Okay. Cleansing shuffle time. You're welcome. All right. Who watches is next. Who watches? You are next in line. Who watches? Do you guys like that I added the little player with views bot thingy so you can see where your spot is in line? Do you guys like that? If you like it, press 1 in chat. If you don't like it, press 2 in chat. Hey, who watches? Give me your numbers and or question. Okay, lady likes it. Anybody else want to give their opinion about the new player with views bot screen? Okay, we like it. We got another one. Okay, good. Yeah, like I said, I thought it would make it a little bit easier for you guys to know when your spot was coming up, so you could actually see who's in line and stuff like that. So you don't have to do that so much anymore, where you say, "Oh, list, where am I at?" Well, if you look on top here, it says you're number 2 there, crypto. Okay, so who watches? We got your answer. Just a general. I think you just want a general. Yep, general. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, no God cards this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14, right? 14. I think it was 14. Yeah, 14. Okay, it was 14. Okay, there, who watches? Welcome back. How have you been, buddy? And or person of interest? I call everybody buddy. I gotta fix this real quick, guys. I gotta open this window just a little bit more. Alright. Had a justy time. Usually that means you're gonna get your ass kicked. Ha ha ha. Alright. So, on to who watches. So you've been working on trying to find. You kind of feel like you kind of put up a little bit of a wall right now there, watches, because it's kind of needed in a way. Like there is a situation right now you're going through right now where you kind of need that extra protective wall in your life, either in a metaphysical way or in a real life RIL way. The sleep card is popping up because they're trying to tell you that you're not protecting yourself enough. That whatever you're trying to protect yourself from right now, whether it be mundane or magical or whatever way you want to put it, you have to realize that the shield that you're putting on has to match. You have to believe it. So if your personal power is the belief in Jesus Christ, I'm just going to use him as an example, and you put him and wear him as your shield every day, all day long, you have the power of his light surrounding you. Okay? And even though I'm a witch saying this, and it's kind of ironic that a witch says this, but the love and compassion Jesus shows all of the people that surround him is what melts away all of that sleet. You know what I'm saying? The sleet is the devil trying to throw chaos your way and trying to throw disarray your way and trying to give you these icky, bad thoughts about yourself and trying to turn your thoughts and feelings around, right? So we had to kind of put up a wall and say, nope, not going to do that to me, not letting you influence me like that. I've got to put my protective shield back on. And it kind of feels like you just recently did this, so you're kind of still kind of building it up kind of a deal. And the thing about the shield you want to build up is this resilient nature, right? Because you have the birch card too. The birch card is all about resilience. Because in nature, a birch tree, a paper birch tree, is one of the most resilient trees here in nature in Minnesota. Because they always have water flowing, the lifeblood of this world, water flowing through it all year long as it's not colder than minus 15 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, up to a certain degree, that water flows. It may flow slow, but it still flows, right? You are taking the hits from that shield. It feels like you are getting hit over and over and over again, but that's your shield stopping that bullshit. That's your shield saying, no, I'm not going to put up with this bullshit anymore. I'm not going to put up with this crap anymore. You may ding my armor, but that armor can be repaired. I'm going to put that armor back into the forge now, get it all ready to forge those new dings out of my armor, And now, not only do I have that extra protection now, because now I've layered that metal to be even stronger, tempering it, right? It's been about putting the shield back on, learning how to be resilient in the times that we need to be resilient of, so that we can start to realize we are exactly the person we've always wanted to be. The Great Oak card is about you realizing you are finally reaching that place within yourself where you're pretty much okay with everything that's going on. Pretty much, okay? I'd say 95% of your life is pretty much covered. That extra last 5% is the mundane issues no one can plan for, right? And that means realizing just how powerful you are. That you did have a powerful shield stopping the bullshit. That it made you more resilient. These are the things that made you be the kind of person you are now. That's what we need to do to get to. This is why we put you through this. So you could build up those things. So you could understand how to protect yourself. When to protect yourself. Why to protect yourself. And we didn't just ask you to do it instantly. We said take your time with this process, building these shields or building these things in your life you really want to happen. So just like you're in your life, right? You've been bringing all of the ingredients together like you would bring a well-crafted beer together, right? Let's just use that as the prime example of what it takes to make a perfect life. The elixir that you finally drink, the beer, takes time. First you have to add sugar, the sweetest parts of your life. Then the yeast, the parts that don't want to cooperate with you, that active ingredient that goes after the sugars that makes it turn and burn and start to do all the stuff it needs to be doing. And then we add the hops in there. That's who we are as a person. That's our bare essentials, what we think of ourselves in our mind. The water is our soul. So we don't have to worry about that. That was already there to begin with. But what makes up the human mundane mind is the hops and barley. Then we add the spices of life into it. Well, things happen to us and we have to experience them. So we decide whether we add those experiences to our crafted beer or not. Right? And after a while, we have to let it just sit there and break down all of those things so that we can filter it out so that it can start to be the elixir of life. So we're at the filtering out part, right? That means you make sure your shield is on while you're filtering so none of this stuff gets back on you, right? You have earned this, so enjoy this, reminding yourself as you are drinking this resilient, beautiful tree, wonderful beer that you are making, that it's the best, well-tasting, beautiful life you've ever wanted in your life. And once you drink deep of this cup, your life will be filled with better things. You will get to a point where you will finally be that person you've always wanted to be. Now, sitting on the porch with your well-crafted beer that every time you take a sip of, your enjoyment of your life goes up because you have took the time it takes to make it be that. Hey, Crypto and Zeal, I want to take a 5 to 10 minute break for restroom duties and maybe finding some cigarette butts on the ground. But there's a lot of snow out there right now, so it may take me just a little bit longer. And I've really got to be desperate for a cigarette for me to go do this, but I'm desperate, I guess. So I gotta go see if I can find cigarette butts off the ground here real quick and get a bathroom break in and stuff like that. So I will be back in a little bit, guys, okay? So I will see you in a little bit. All right, and I'm back. Thank you for the emote party there, Miss Subscriber Lady. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. You know, like I said, I had to go to the bathroom, and then I had to walk across the street. There's a big pile of snow on my driveway that I can't exactly go out and shovel right now. It's too tough for me to do. I did like one small section of the ramp that my wife needs to do. I've got to get it done before Friday because she's got an appointment on Friday. So I've got to go little by little, time little bit by little bit. And maybe the sun helps me out a little bit. And look, I got some tobacco. I'm in the process of making that. So why don't you throw me your numbers, Crypto? We'll give a chance. Everybody get back in here. Crypto, Zeal, Lady, everyone who's in chat, come on back in. I am back. Yay, yay, yay. So, whenever you're ready, come on back in. Throw me your numbers. While we wait for other people to pop back in, I did want to make a general announcement too. I'm going to be taking a vacation in April. I'm not sure. About a week-long vacation. I'm trying to decide whether I take the first week of April off because I also got to do tax stuff and stuff like that. You know, a lot of other things that I got to get done. So it's either take the next week, basically next week off, or take the week after that off. You know what I'm saying? The 8th through the 12th. So I wanted to give you guys a little bit of warning because the reason I want to take this break is I can't, it's still open, Sen. I don't know. And I just want to make this announcement before I get into your reading there, okay, Crypto? That, my body can only stay up for so much time a day. So after I'm done streaming, I want to really go and get these things down on paper and stuff like that. But I can't sit up any longer after I'm done streaming. So I spend most of my day trying to recover, never getting around to doing anything I need to do on the computer. And everything's done in here. You know what I'm saying? I do my streaming for here, all the other stuff. It's not like my tablets are not that up to date, and I didn't buy a laptop to go along with the whole system thing. Oh, God. Now I got a little bit of tobacco and a little bit of wax in here, I think. So we'll get to your readings here in just a second there, okay? Anyway, so, maybe I'll do this here real quick. Okay. Vacation week. This week or next week? Vacation. This week or next week? Vacation. Next week or the week after? Sorry. Yeah, I will. Okay, I will. I'm just putting something here right now. I can't believe it. Goddamn computer. Okay. And let's give you guys 5 minutes on this one. Okay, I got a poll in this chat here while I'm doing this reading here. And I got to go back up and get your numbers again. I'm so sorry about that, Crypto. Thank you for being patient with me. Can we check on why my husband's family make me feel so unwelcome? Yeah, let's find out why that is, okay, Crypto? I've got your numbers here. Let me do a cleansing shuffle for you before I enter it here. I got a 5-minute poll. You guys can vote in the poll. Whatever gets the most popular answer, that's what I'll do. But I need to take a vacation. Yeah. All right, well, let's find out what's going on there, okay, Crypto? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oops. Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I was on number 5 with the shuffles, right? No. Fuck. Tell me what I'm on. Fuck. What number was I on, Crypto? Was I on 5 or 6?
I don't need lubrication between my joints. I have too much of it. So for osteo, I'm sure that would help a lot.
I'm going to say I was on 5. 4. Thank you, Zio. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And you wanted 10. 10 shuffles, right? 10 and 4. 9 and 10. And now the fourth card. 1, 2, 3, and the fourth card is. And we're all good to go there, right, guys, now? All right. Ooh. Wow, Crypto. Jesus Christ. A lot of assumptions. Oofty. All right, are we ready for this one, Crypto? I love it when my cards are really direct, or they really kind of put it in no uncertain terms, as I like to say. So, Crypto, relationships take work on both ends of the spectrum here. And I don't think you both appreciate one another enough for what you are doing right now. You might not see it, but just you being a... Did I have a knock at the door? Hello? Hello? Is anyone there? No, no there. Thought I had a knock at the door. Crypto, it's not about whether they love you. You're part of their family. You've been with them for 5 years. You made an impact on them, okay? We aren't seeing the good parts of them because we haven't took the time to cherish what they have done for us up to this point. I mean, it's not all bad here. You had a safe place to go. You had people who looked after you. They weren't very communicative, yes. They weren't very involved, yes. But how hard did you work to be involved in their lives? Let's be honest. Did we cherish one another appropriately? Could we look at this person as they were the best thing that could ever happen to us? And I need to learn how to love them and cherish them just like I love and cherish me. And that's from your past. So there's something from your past you guys need to resolve. Get the water out. Let the dams break. Whatever you need to do. But it's how you start to appreciate what each one of you has done for each other in your own way towards your own journey for one another. Okay? But still, you're being tasked with doing one very important thing there. You don't feel support. You don't feel appreciation. They're really low vibrational people. You're a hardworking person. You're successful, full of abundance and positive light, right? Well, when you go into a dark room and walk into a light room, don't your eyes hurt? When you're going from a light room, very bright room, to a dark room, aren't your eyes instantly cooled from the light? I mean, you're trying to walk in between two worlds here. You have to find the light in them. You have to find their positivity. If they're vibrating low, then do something to bring their vibrations high. Give them hope. Give them support. Give them the ultimate shoulder to cry on, person to come to when they need it. You are that person for them, even though they aren't that person for you. Because you are trying to do your best. And then you just ask them to do one simple thing. Share my journey with me. I don't need you to fix me. I can't fix you. You can't fix them, first of all. Okay, and we have a winner of next week, the 5th through the 5th through the 12th is what we'll be doing our vacation. So I'll make a general announcement later. That's when we'll be taking our vacation. But you have to find the positivity and glow so that they can see your light. And you might not feel appreciated and stuff like that, but they don't feel it either. Let me see what you're saying here. I lost track of those chat again. So, knock on heaven's door. Just see hell. Okay, give me a second here. I don't know. LOL. Ready? They're not. I'm tired of being a given person, and maybe that's exactly what you need to do. I work really hard as a sister-in-law, but they're taking everything I do with a grain of salt. I feel like a lot of negative juju. So much dealt already. Okay, now I caught up on the chat. So basically, they don't see your benefit. You don't see their benefit. Maybe they're the catalyst you need to move your ass out of that situation. Maybe you need to be the catalyst in their lives to get them out of their icky parts of the road. We think that relationships are supposed to be these long-term things sometimes. Maybe even though she's your sister-in-law and married to your brother, it doesn't matter. You will always have your brother in your life as family. Whether she chooses to be a part of that family or not is up to her. But just like I was telling you before, getting around more positively minded people, maybe bringing them out to more positively minded places, socializing with them, getting to know them, doing things for them and showing them you've done enough, right? Well, stop doing it then. Do the opposite. Maybe you need to do more for self than you do for everybody else. Maybe it's time for you to receive the basking sunshine you need in your life. Maybe it's time for you to glow for yourself, not for anybody else. Maybe it's time for you to cherish yourself for the beautiful, brilliant person you are. Maybe it's time for you to find home within yourself. Right? Can't go any lower. All right. Well, that's all I'm saying is, and we have a winner for the results here, so gotta get rid of that here. And it's time for you to feel home within yourself. So what is it going to take to make you feel more at home? If these people have overstayed their welcome, time to kick them out. Let them start to swim on their own. Maybe it's time to be the catalyst and the change of their nice, comfortable, safe spot, and they have to go deal with real life for a change. Maybe it's time to stop being their babysitter or their mom, which you're not. Stop trying to be his mom. Start being a sister. You're not responsible for him. Your mom is responsible for him. You're there to kick his butt, call him weird ass names, and tell him how much of an idiot he's being. Okay? And that's exactly right. You feel at home within yourself. That's the most important thing. And kind of what is going on with them is they're just in this, we're too busy to notice you. You're way too, we see you trying to do things that are more for yourself. They see you being a person who's valued in their lives. They see your benefit. They cherish you to a certain degree, but they don't cherish you enough like you need them to. You are glowing, but they're not glowing. So you have to raise your expectation line up a little bit here. You know what I'm saying? Well, maybe it's time to wake his ass up. You know what I'm saying? Just saying, it's time to wake his ass up. I'm not even going to ask. Your God cards are coming in. Are you ready? Please exist out in more than just a general idea of what you think it should be. Get a concrete, detailed idea of what you want with your life, because your God is telling you you don't have a clear enough mind image of what you actually want happening in your life sometimes. Next thing they want to tell you is use that energy, whatever they're giving you right now, to temper your soul into a shape you want yourself to be. It's time to stop saying, oh, poor me, oh, woe is me, and how can I use this to my advantage? How can I use this to my moment? And this is a for you only kind of card, because it's you tempering your soul into the shape you want it to be. A sword that defends, a sword that protects, a shield that defends, a cup that fills and empties the soul of your life, or the fan that controls the ebbs and flows of the breeze of what goes on. Time to make the powerful tools you make in your life. We need you to stop looking into the abyss. Everything is just how it's supposed to be. The unknown possibilities lay before you. Don't be afraid of the darkness. Be the light in the darkness. It's time for you to start looking towards the positive side. If you can't move that mirror out of the way and see that the whole time you've been facing the wrong direction, right? Because if you're looking in a mirror, what do you see? You see the darkness behind you. So if you're looking at this mirror and see darkness, what's behind you? Darkness. What's in front of you? Light. If you move the mirror out of the way, you will finally see the light in the situation. It's time to unlock that door and walk out of the things that keep causing you the most headache, the most hurt. And this is the hardest lesson I've ever had to learn in my life. Okay, crypto? It was the hardest lesson I ever had to learn in my life. My brother had been living with me for about 3 to 4 years. After being told his rent was going to be raised up to an extreme amount, I gave him a deal to come live with us. It helped us with rent. It helped him with not being able to pay his bills. He did okay for a while, but eventually he got to this point where he kind of took it for granted what we were doing for him. And he stopped paying the bills because he was in an accident. I gave him another break. I was trying to be this responsible brother, trying to take all of his responsibility onto my responsibility. Right? Hey, Perfect Dark, nice to see you. And it's time to unlock your door and walk out of that cage you've put yourself in for years and years and years. We need to exit that cage once and for all. Lock that cage and make sure it stays locked by throwing the key into the center of that cage where we can never get it back ever again. You need to re-embrace that freedom within your life once again. Last but not least, your final card is it's time to get out of your own way a tiny bit. Stop walking the life's long, hard road. Maybe it's time to get into the car and drive to where you want to be. So dump all that crap that you've been carrying along with you to a different new place and let that shit go, and then move on and move to a place that does feel right and at more home with you. And I think that's important. Is there anybody else in chat who would like a reading? Anybody else in chat who would like a reading? Zeal, it is your turn again. Or, no, it was Zeal's turn. Zeal, it's your turn. Zeal, it's Zeal's turn. I'm sorry, I skipped a person. Sorry, that was my fault. So it's Zeal's turn now. I don't care, it's up to you. It's your turn, Zeal. If you really don't need one today, and I'm thinking about closing the queue down here, so if you want your spot, or if you want to jump in one last time, this is your last time to get into the readings, whether you want one or not. I've taken you off the list by mistake, so if you want, send to get her reading first, and you'll go all the way back to the end of the line again. What do you want to do, Zeal? Because it's your turn now, so I want you to tell me what you want. Let's see what chat says. Okay. Sam Paul says, yes, thank you. Ella, want me to switch again? Okay, go ahead, Zeal. Okay, we're waiting for Zeal then. Send Pa says, go ahead, Zeal. You want to switch spots with Send Pa? Put your name back in the joint in the queue, and I can put you right at the end of the line if you want. Or just don't re-enter it. But one way or the other, and in 2 minutes, no matter what, I'm closing it down. So you have 2 minutes before I close this down. Okay, well then, let's go. Let's just do you now. You only need 30 seconds. Okay, do you want a one card pull? Is that what you're saying to me? You can ask for a one card pull too, guys. You don't have to do the standard reading, but you kind of have to ask for the one card because that's just a God message. Straight out, just answer the damn question already. So if you ever feel like you just want to pull one card for a reading, that's okay. We can do that. So whenever you're ready there, Zeal, just let me know what we're doing here so I can get to send. So you said send can go. We're going to do that. If you want to pop in the line, you now have 1 minute to enter the queue before I close it down completely. So that includes if you want your turn again there, Zeal. So enter I join right now if you want a reading. And we're going to get back in it from this ad break in a second. Since I don't want to have to ask you again, and this is the last time I'm telling you, Zeal, 1 through 10 is my shuffle. Please respect my rules. Okay? Don't ask for numbers I'm not really wanting to give. I'll give you 13 this one time. But that is a special request, guys. If you're going to ask for something special, you better do something for me in return. That's all I got to say. Okay? I'm not usually forget that kind of a guy. But, when you start asking for crazy stuff that I keep telling you, no, please don't do that. And I told him yesterday not to do that anymore, and he did it again. So, kind of pissing me off a tiny bit, but I try not to put my emotions into it because that's my OCD there. So, it's just a one card? Okay, well, that's all I need to know. So, you just want the 47th card. Got you. 1, do you want God cards? Or do you want me to put them back in? Because that was only your first shuffle. 1. So I have 4 God cards so far. Do you want God cards included? Or just put them back in the deck? Wait. No, leave them? Okay, we're going to leave them there. Okay, that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You want them? Do you want them put back in the deck, or do you want them to stay out of the deck? I'm sorry, I'm getting confused about what you want. I know you want a one card reading, but these cards that I just drew, put them back in or keep them out. In or out? Just say in or out. If you say in, I put them back in. If you say out, they stay where they are. And we were at 5 for shuffles. 5. We were at 5 shuffles. They can stay out of the deck. Okay, thank you. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. And the 47th card is your answer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the 7th card. This is your answer. What an amazing card to draw for you. For your 1-card answer then. Yeah, okay, I'm officially closing the queue down now. The queue is officially closed. Thank you very much. From this point forward, I will not be doing any more readings. I have closed the queue. Please come back tomorrow and I will handle your with grace and kindness. I have a lot of readings left to go and I want to make sure I get to all of them. Love you guys. Just in case anyone hasn't seen that, they can see that message, okay? So, back to you there, Zen. Jesus Christ. You have to pick the weirdest card, get the weirdest cards sometime. So, your answer is basically this. No matter what's going on in your life right now, no matter how bad it has been in the past, I don't care if it was the worst day of your life yesterday, as of this moment, the universe has opened up its arms to you and saying, we give you a blank check to write the destiny and the fate that you want to have happen in your life. It's gonna be okay. Whatever you have planned, whatever you have going on in your life, things are gonna work out exactly how they are supposed to work out. If you follow the right signs and stay true to yourself and stay true to the dream you chose, you will manifest that into reality someday. Underneath this willow tree, I received a dream that changed my life forever. If I didn't follow that dream and believe in that dream, I would not be the person I am today. I could have said, oh, it's just a stupid dream and not thing that I need to do anywhere else in my world, right? So they're saying to you, no matter what's going on there, Zen, it's going to be okay. You have to start to trust that the journey is starting to plan itself out. It may take however long it takes to get there, but maybe it's time to start to learn how to bend in the wind a little bit, just like a willow tree does, you know? And then we have your God cards. And since you told me not to put them back in, I'm assuming you want to see them. You have a 4 God card message. And then Sen, you are next in line. So get your numbers and question ready again. You will be next in line. Lutz, you're after that. Crypto is 3rd. And Jing is the last reading of the day. So, yeah. Okay, so basically what your God cards are saying to you is you are just fine of a person that you have always meant to be. You're put together. Why isn't this working? Down. I'm trying to turn this down a little bit. Give me a second. I'm trying to fix the light situation here. Okay, maybe this is a little bit better. So, you are more put together than you think you are. You have to start to own your own power. And now let's just go. Yeah, I've got some fun lights here, guys. I can show you the light things in a little bit here. But you're more put together than you think you are. You need to start to understand that that's a part of who you are. You need to build around that foundation that you want to protect. So whatever this is that made you who you are today, we build that wall of protection around that. And that's where we start to build that home we're looking for. We remind ourselves we're as a resilient person as we need to be, just like I told you the last time, that it's not about what hits you and what hits you along the way. It's more of the what I can do to learn that fortification, that resilience that I need to make it through. If I have to peel skin off of myself to grow, I will do that. Like in nature, a paper birch tree does something very unique. It strips its paper off of its bark because it's allowing that dead piece of itself that's no longer serving any purpose to fall off of its bark to open up a new passageway for water to get in there, sun to get in there, a bunch of things to get in there. And it's time to put out all the other fires in your life that you don't need growing right now. And maybe it's time to understand that the fire that you have to start to work on is the fire that's right in front of you. So whatever projects you may have going on besides the one you want to be focused on, that's what we need to do. Thank you, Zeal. Send. Why don't you send me your numbers while I do a cleansing shuffle for you? And watch. Okay, here we're just going to do the light thingy for a second, okay? I have a red circle that travels around going counterclockwise. I have rainbow that stays pretty much one way. I have rainbow in a more of a spinning mode. This is rainbow in a spinning mode. Now this is just rainbow light. It's like more of the bisexual colors than anything, but it's a different version of like this one. Okay. Then we've got another rainbow that's going counterclockwise. We have one going clockwise. This one's going counterclockwise. Counterclockwise red. Clockwise red. Pure red. Only red. Dark red. Green. You can see my green. I can be blue. Blue. I can be yellow. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I can be purple. Or I can be really light blue. Or really in the middle light blue. Back to red again. This is iridescent light, like UV ray / stuff. And then we've got your general light, soft light, regular light. It's all LED stuff like that. 1-in-1 for you. Ooh, we're just gonna take a 1-in-1, okay? So, yeah. We have arrived, us aliens. We do. Okay, so we're going to do a regular reading, general reading, just one shuffle, the first card, right? Okay, here is your one shuffle. One. First card. And if this was supposed to be a one card reading, please let me know. Then I know it's this card and not the whole bit of it. Yeah, I didn't think it was a one carder, but I just was double checking just to make sure. So generally what we need to know right now, okay? You're being asked to face fear. For the first time in your life, you're being asked to actually overcome fear. Not just face it, walk head deep first into it. And even though you're scared, and even though it may hurt, and even though you don't know exactly what will happen by the end of this journey, it's kind of like you have to walk through fire in order to find the right path for you. And maybe that's the leap of faith you need to take. It may be a wall of fire in front of you, but maybe you need to get comfortable with walking in fire. Maybe it's time you let out those emotions and those things that you are going on in your life. Whatever you're being faced with, it's something that you know you could easily do. You're just too scared to try and do it. But once you take that jump and that leap off, remind yourself that you have safety measures in place, that they're not just going to let this happen if it's not meant to happen, but if it is meant to happen, it will happen. Just allow the universe to bring you two together however the universe seems fit. You know what I'm saying? There may be a lesson that you're not quite getting yet. The reason you haven't gotten what you're wanting to get right now, do you feel like you're kind of running around in circles in your life right about now, Sen? And you're wondering why I can't get out of this rut? Well, it's because you haven't learned the lesson yet. You haven't learned the one lesson you need to learn that is going to help you move past some of these things. Maybe it's being more sociable. Maybe it's being more confident. Maybe it's you believing in yourself. Just that much more believing you're that kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? But it's all about you rediscovering and doing something different than you would normally have done in the past. So maybe your communication skills were for shit before in a relationship. Now you've made a new commitment to be more communicative. That's all I'm saying, okay? You've learned the lesson. So that's why you keep going around in circles, because that leap of faith part is tied into the lesson you need to learn. It doesn't matter if you get a yes or a no. It matters that you tried. That's the real test that we have in front of you. What you do with it once you get the result, that's what we want to see what happens next. Because it's free will game time, son. And we're going to plant the right kind of seeds down into the ground. Ooh, Venora's on. Oh, I can't wait. I will probably go most likely raid into her later. I love Venora. And she's doing Frog, Welcome to the Frog Farm or something like that. This is going to be fun. Unless Michael's on today, which I highly doubt. I haven't seen Michael on for a while. Oh, and she's cosplaying too. Ooh, we'll have to go check her out later. Anyway, back to your reading there, okay, son? Sorry about that. Let me get through this question first, and then I'll answer that one that you just asked me, okay? Because it's about what seeds you are planting in the ground that you are going to be growing in your future. So you've learned the lesson. Now we're going to use that lesson to plant new growth in a physical, mental, and spiritual way to make ourselves be that better person. What we are trying to do here, and this is the most important lesson, Sen. I know you've seen my brother's card before. I know you know his story. I know you know all of it. But you're putting yourself in your own self-imposed prison. And you don't need to keep doing that to yourself. You're putting your own judgment and things that are going on. Good morning, Dean. And that you don't need to be doing that to yourself anymore. I closed the queue down because I have a big-ass list right now. And it's all about you changing your life around from being one of negativity to discovering that even though you have this time to kind of vent and let it go and let it out, that you have to let this emotional rain get out of you in order to finally, yeah, you're late. And you've learned that lesson, just like my brother had to learn his lesson. You've paid your debt now. You are free man or woman, whatever the case may be. Oh, sorry, I burped. Oops, my bad. Sorry. Then my acid reflux has to act up on the same time, right? So, and my brother had to learn how to do two very important things. Yeah, I know. I'm just using that as the example that you have to own who you are. He had to own his own power. He did have a thing he did wrong. He had to own up to what he did. But in this way, in your respectful way, you have done it to yourself. No one else has done this to you but yourself. And the only way out of it is to find a new way to breathe deep, fresh air into your lungs by celebrating life once again and letting all these pesky emotions that you've been holding back in out like a floodgate. And my brother did turn his life around. He turned his life around from being one that was very negative to being one that's way more positive than it was before, right? I don't know how his life is going now because we've separated that. I no longer have to take care of my brother kind of shit anymore, and I kind of let him go live his own life. You know what I'm saying? I hope that answered the question there, San. All right, we're on to Lutz. Lutz, it is your turn. Let me do a cleansing shuffle. Yeah, I usually ask you to rate them 1 through 10. I forgot to do it this time. Oh yeah, and that second question you had for me. When you asked that question, what I saw in my head was you should. I think you should because it gives you another opportunity to get away from some people you don't want to be around. And maybe if you switched the time frames you're going in at, you'd have a better experience at it. I think more of the evening shift might be more of what you need rather than the day shifts kind of a stuff. It's just a different aspect to at that time of day. You know what I'm saying? People are a lot different. And what I wanted to say is, yeah, I think you should consider it at least. And I think you should heavily consider it because why not have that extra opportunity, that extra income, even if it's just a tiny bit of time? It's still extra money, right? Oh. So she wants you to do an evening shift on top of a morning shift. So are you really willing to do more work? Well, like I said, it's an opportunity. I would go into it saying maybe, can this be a temporary thing? Because I don't want to do this forever. You know, what are your capabilities? Set your boundaries and let them know what you're capable of if you do accept the job. Remember, you haven't accepted shit yet. So ask yourself, is this the kind of responsibility you want? But what I was feeling is a yes from them. You should try at least. But I don't know. Now that I know that, my mundane brain is going, wait a minute. If I were a manager expecting you to do two shit, you're being asked to do a double every day. And that can be hard on a person. Oh, well, then I just do it for 2 days and be done with it. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It's for 2 days. Suck it up, Buttercup. Maybe you get something out of it, too. Well, then it's much needed time to train, isn't it? You do get benefit out of it. They don't pay. It's my training time in the hospital. Well, yeah, experiences is the true monetary gain you are getting is the experience. The experience is will be way more to you, earn you way more money than just giving you a paycheck and tell you to go home, okay? They're giving you experiences. And that's what we need to do is experience it. Because we get in there and we actually start to do the thing we wanted to do. Now maybe we wake up our mind and go, oh, this feels really right. This feels like I really feel like this is where I belong. Sometimes it can make you go, oh, wait, this isn't where I belong. Sometimes it can make you go, let me readjust my ideas of what was dream idea to reality. You know what I'm saying? So let's. Since I haven't seen you in my chat for a long time, never mind. You already know how it works here. One card. That's all you need is a 1 card, 4 shuffles, 22nd card. You got it. 1, 2. If I get God cards, do you want them? 3, 4. Well, you didn't get any, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. And the 22nd card is the question that's on your mind. So let's. Whatever you're experiencing or whatever the answer to the question is, it's this. That you're kind of going through stages of life. Just like in every day when we know we are born. First we are conceived, then we are born, then we live a life, then we go to the afterlife and wherever that takes us from that point forward, right? You're going through cycles. Like in nature, we are going through cycles, right? Of life, death, and rebirth. Every day you wake up and meet the day how this will finally reach within your soul. So are you going through a stage of change right now? Are you moving from one stage of like you've just finished rebirth? So now we've got to live life for a while before something in us has to change and die, and then we become someone new and different. AKA, when you were a teenager and became an adult, the teenager part of you had to kind of die, and you had to raise up the adult part of you. Now that didn't happen instantly, at least not for most of us. It didn't happen instantly, right? And it's all about that constant moving in the cycles of life. So ask yourself, where am I at in my metaphysical life right now? Have I just been reborn with the new burst of energy to meet the world as this new, brilliant, beautiful person? Or am I now being that beautiful, brilliant person and living that life one day at a time, one step at a time, until I reach my eventual death? Now that I've died, I have to go through the process of death on my way to rebirth, which finally gets me back into this world to be born once again. It happens in nature, it happens in life, it happens in everything. If you look at the whole universe, it has been doing this for a long time. Yeah, I know, shut up. And Lutz, they want me to tell you this. Stop banging your head on the goddamn wall already over this question. It's a part of the change we need to go, you to go through. Just go through it. Basically is what they're saying. I don't know if that answered your question or not. I hope it did. There's your answer. And that's the last thing they told me to tell you. Stop banging your head on the wall when it comes to this answer. And just move on or whatever. I don't know what it is. It's part of the cycle of life. And you just got to see it through. All right. One Carter out of the way. Crypto, your third reading from me today. What do we need? Thank you. Crypto girl, this is your first call. Crypto girl, this is your second call. Crypto girl, second call. I can try to actually have a puff of my tobacco. Okay, I'll take a break. Would you like to swing on a star? Carry moonbeams home in a jar. And be better. This is your third and last call, Crypto. Third and last call. Crypto girl, this is your third and final call. You have 1 minute to respond. Did the chat stop? Nope. Okay, we're just making sure it wasn't a chat issue. I'm giving them 1 more minute here. And then I'm going to move on to you there, Jing. Jing, are you here? Okay, Jing, you're next in line there, sweetie. So get your numbers ready, and I'm just waiting for this last person's minute to time up here. Good. Okay. 10 and 18. Now her culture puts her numbers in a little bit different order. So 10 is her shuffle, 18 is her number in the deck here. So don't get all crazy about, oh, she's picking numbers that are different. No, her culture puts the numbers in reverse, 10 and 18. So that's how she knows how to put numbers. So I know what she means when she does it. All that matters. That's why Jing's a VIP. She knows. Alright, Jing, let's get to it, right? Cleansing shuffle for Jing. We're done. We've waited long enough for crypto. Okay, Jing, you are the last and final person in my chat with a reading, so the queue is closed. It's all done and said. No more paying attention to that crap. I go. Okay? So, Jing, give me your numbers of 10 and 18. Got you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, no God cards today, Jing. That's different. You usually get a God card. Alright, and 18. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then the 10th card is now on top. So we have all the cards that I need to do for today right here for the last reading of today. That's all I need to say. All the rest of them can go back in their little pouchy for the rest of tomorrow. Rate that burp 1 through 10. Ha. Alright, anyway. So burp rating, you can just say burp and rate. High class hippie, how you doing, sweetie? There's my number 1 VIP, high class hippie in chat. Hoop hoop. She's lurking at work today. Hopefully she's having a great day at work. I hope you're having the best day ever at that job. You wanted it so bad. I hope it's still continuing to be the best job ever. I saw that. I hope that it continues to keep being it. Oh, well, good. Thank you. Well, stay safe on the road. Keep your eyes on the road. We don't want a high-class hippie splat on the railroad tracks, okay? Or on the railroad tracks. So you get busy driving and I'll start talking, okay? You can listen to me. Oh, no, I'm on Joshua's little tarot reading podcasty thingy or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, I'm just waxing it out. Okay, Jane. I was getting rid of some of this wax here real quick while I said hi to high class. Oops. Okay, we'll do that later. So yeah, safe travels, please, okay? So, thank you. I appreciate it. That's great. I'm really glad. I know how much you really wanted that, too. For Jing here, we're going to return to Jing's reading now. And I believe you just wanted to, or you wanted to know what was coming for you, right? So what is coming for you, Jing? Maybe it's not anything at all. Maybe it's a time to rest, a time to contemplate, a time to really take the moment to consider what good choices I'm making or bad choices I'm making. What am I using my logical mind for? What am I using my emotional mind for? How am I staying in one place? Has it been too long? Have I been waiting for the answers to come to me? Or do I need to get up out of my butt and start to find those answers? You know the paths that lay before you, Jing. You have to pick a path sometimes. So is it your time of rest, of reflection, and rediscovering what you need to do so that when you do embark on this new path, you know what you're taking with you, right? Or is it just time to go for it and pick a path? Hey, you know which ones you can go down. Past, hard, easy, unseen, one you make up on your own, I don't know, right? But it's time to start to walk the walk and talk the talk. Once you leave this place and you've got that idea that you need to rest, and I think that's what it is a rest that you need. And okay, I hope I can rest. Me too, because it feels like you do need a time to just kind of downtime a little bit, some time to relax and rejuvenate a little bit, time to remind yourself of who you are as a person, to start to walk the walk, talk the talk, and do the do kind of a deal, so that you can go forth on a new path of determination where you're going to be trying to overcome a lot of the obstacles that are getting in your waging, but you are going to be able to make it over those obstacles. You are going to make it to the end of this path. That rest is coming whether you want it to or not. So the rest is already coming. I kind of believe you're already on the hard path right now. You're getting to the last couple of steps where you will complete a major goal. And once you've completed that major goal, you're going to have to take some time to let it soak in your life. So more of a quieter time in your life for a while. But don't come complaining to me that it's boring and dull afterwards, okay? You need to use whatever is being given to you to fuel the fire that you want to create. What goal is that? I don't know. Only you know what your goals are in life. I don't know all of them. Maybe it's being more proficient in your job. Maybe it's being more closer to your mate. Maybe it's bringing positivity back in your life. I don't see in the side of your head there, Jane. So whatever you feel you're ready to face and really go after, that's what you will go after. You will do whatever it takes to get to that goal. You've probably been trying to get to that. Who I am as a person, my life the way I want it to be, is your goal, right? And the only way you can get to that goal is to use that log that you would have thrown away anyway, but instead of throwing it into the forest to let it just decay naturally, you're using it as fuel in your train engine to fuel you forward, and so that you can continue to move in a general direction that moves you more positive and more positive and more positive. You burn away the bad and you put in the good positive logs on top of that. That gets that engine rarely going and red hot. It feels like you're toying between relationship and work when it comes to goal setting for you. It's like, which one do I pay more attention to? My relationship or my work? It's like you have two different parameters for each set of things that you need to be doing. And for what I'm getting from them, it's more about the taking what's being given to you that you don't want in whatever respect that is, and you have to use it as fuel to make your life be what you do want it to be. By adding extra positivity on top of it, you'll keep that train engine going. Then you will find the time you need to wait just a little bit longer so you're ready. That rest spot is coming up. You've left from the past. You were calm at one point. You will return to the past one more time to remind yourself just how much you've come along the way. Then you will be asked to walk the walk, talk the talk, and do the do, which you're already doing. So we don't even need to cover that. Now you got to take that walk the walk and talk the talk down halfway down that hard path, which you're already pretty much down anyway. And we're getting to the last big ass stick in the way. That's it. And what we need to do with that stick is chop it up so that we can use it as fuel in our engine to keep this motor going, because that's our depression, that's our anxieties, that branch in the road, that big ass branch that keeps us from going forward, or whatever keeps stopping us from the happy. So that's what's coming ahead for you coming soon. Coming soon to a life near you. Those are falling. Well, you guys, it has been a fabulous stream with you. Oh. Something happened. Good. You're very welcome, Jane. We're going to go out to one of my favorite streamers out there right now. Her name is Vanora Darkwolf. She is more than a vibe. She is the Frog Queen. She is all hail the Frog Queen. I want you all to go in there and spam your best frog emotes along with my raid message. But let's shout her out real quick here. So if you don't mind following me along to this person while I do my raid out for today, give her 5 minutes of your time. She is a horror gamer. She loves to dress in goth. She loves to cosplay. She's doing her cosplay right now. She's playing a game called oh shit. It's just her frog pond is as a foot. So go join Her Majesty's Kingdom and become a part of the Tadpoles. You won't regret spending 5 to 10 minutes with her. You'll love her at the end of your time there. Give her a like, give her a follower, give her all that stuff in between. I would truly appreciate it. Alright guys, I have 2 raid messages you can put. I have that one, or I have this one, whichever one you want to copy. That's up to you. And I believe one's a subscriber one and one's a non-subscriber if I did it right. But you know me. Do I ever do anything 100% right? So I'm just going to copy and paste that into our raid message here. And I'm going to do that. And I don't have any frog emotes. But if you have a frog emote, throw a couple frog emotes in there too as well. So we're going to get out of here for today. I truly appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for coming here, being a part of my stream every single day. You guys help me in so many ways you don't realize. Without you, I would be stuck in bed all day, twiddling my thumbs with, I don't know what I'm going to do with the rest of my life. So thank you guys for being here and being a part of my journey. As always, you're awesome. I love you with all of my heart. And I will see you guys soon. And I will see you soon, but I won't see you soon. We will see you soon. Alright guys, let's get out of here. I love you.